What's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, Stephen Andrew Williams, the original, because there's some fakers out there using my name. I'm the president and founder of that's THE, whatever, thecreditrepairshop.com. I have some excellent news that I wanted to share with you. And the main reason why I want to share it is because we don't usually really brag about what we do for our customers. We've serviced more than 10,000 customers, and over 100,000 have used our either my membership or our uh, uh, concierge service, which is where we do everything for them. Over 100,000 people, but I feel some of the times that I'm being, I don't want to say, uh, well, review sites where some of them, they'll take a review from someone, and we've never asked our customers to place their personal information on a review site, even to say anything good. Someone can, I always thought people could pick up stuff, but I think that now we have started doing it. We're asking our customers to place what we've done for you on there. All of the houses, the cars, all of the credit cards, the debt that we got rid of, the one that I'm about to share with you right now. We've asked them, and it because some of the times I feel like these companies, when someone places a review, they come to me trying to make me pay for a service to manage reviews. Like, I think that that's unfair. Like, it should be where maybe there's a discussion about what happened with a customer, and we can't even reveal what actually happened with that customer's file. So they could say all they want to say, but I can't just say, well, this person had 25 negative things. This person didn't want to pay these settlements when it came time to pay the settlement. So we just put a statement on there where we refer people to what makes us different video. We have a video called What Makes Us Different. You watch that video. If you can do what's on that video, I think it's been viewed over 100 and some thousand views. If you can do what's on that video, sign up with us. If you can't, don't sign up with us. Listen to me. Watch my lips. If you can't do what's in that video, because that's how we do it. I don't care how anybody else does credit repair. That's how we do it. If you can't follow that, don't sign up with us. Don't sign up with us if you can't follow that. Go to someone else that's just going to string you out. Uh, the other thing before I get to this testimonial, I want to everyone that's sending their messages and prayers for my wife. I want to thank you. It's very important to us. We were there all day yesterday. I mean, just think you do appointments, get there at 8:30 and you leave at 5 o'clock p.m. and then you have to drive a couple hours home. I mean, that's our life. That's what we're living right now. But there's a meeting that they have on Wednesday, and I believe she will get listed. But let me just tell you something about what my wife, how bad she wants to get this done. Because the doctors, they actually will tell you, if you don't want to do this, we do this our way. We don't do it your way. My wife, she reads a lot. She's in these groups, the transplant groups, all this stuff. And you know how people be on YouTube and in these groups, and they'll say, well, this is what happened, or you could do this or request that. And let me tell you, the doctors, they're the ones that's going to do the surgery, and they have their ways that they got to do it. They don't care what someone on some YouTube video or someone in some forum said. They told my wife, you do it this way or you don't get it at all. And I bring up that story because that's the same thing that we go through with our company. It's like, you don't go and tell the professionals how to do their job. If that's the way you want it, then you do it and you become that professional. But then nothing gets done because You're supposed to be working and taking care of your family, and now you're trying to be a credit repair expert. Same thing with my wife. They told her, you're going to get this tube placed into you because when you have this type of surgery, you're not going to want to eat, and we need to make sure that you get your nutrition. It was more than just uh, gaining the weight. It was to help with the recovery on the back end of it also. But there's people all on the internet. You don't need to get that, and you don't need to do this. Well, it comes down to they're the doctors, and it's if you want it, it's going to be that way. If you don't want it, you go and find someone else to do it. And so she did every step, followed every step. Uh, and with that Gtube, before I move on to this testimonial, I got to tell you this because this is when you want something bad enough, you will go through the pain of getting it done. And what she did is when they did the surgery, my wife has to have this uh, it's a machine we have at our house, a trilogy machine. She has to sleep with that machine. And when they do surgery to people, they put you out, but they couldn't do both at the same time. So she actually went through a surgery, GJ tube. If you look online and see what that is, they put this tube in your intestines and they put this tube into your stomach. She was awake when they did it. Yeah, they numbed her up, but she told me that she felt, even when they were saying that she wouldn't feel things, she felt it. But she said that what she put in her mind was that this is what needed to be done to get this lung transplant. And she went through it. And she did not get knocked out to go through that surgery. She has it. And I mean, I'm just saying, when you want something bad enough, what starts to happen is you have to flip your mind, and then you will see that it will start to materialize. Because the first thing you got to change when you want to change something is you got to change yourself. And when I say change yourself, that means you got to change your thinking because you need to get to a higher vibration of what it is to be that person. If you're a person with bad credit and you see someone with good credit, you are doing things, habits, on a daily basis that you are not aware of, or you may be aware of, but you are not aware of what it takes to be a person with good credit. I don't care what you say. You are not aware. You think you're aware. And even if you become aware, you got to go through a change on the inside before you can even get to that up there. You can be aware of something, but then you have to go through the fear to get there. And that's what a lot of people won't do, is they won't go through the fear to get to that new level of awareness that they see. That's why you can see someone that's rich. That's why you can see someone that's happy. That's why you can see someone that seems like everything is going right for them. And then you look at yourself and you say, why can't I have that? And it's because you can see it, but you don't believe you deserve it. And the reason why you don't believe you don't deserve it is because you won't go through the fear to get there because you think you got to know everything. Stop thinking you got to know everything to get to where to where you want to be. Start doing the work and let things happen. The ups and downs happen, and then you build yourself, and then you get to that spot. And when you get to that spot, you won't even remember the way you used to be. And your family and your friends and your neighbors and your co-workers, they're going to say you changed. They're going to say you changed, but you're going to say I'm the same person. And the thing is that the reason why they say you changed is because you became another person, but you didn't know because you were taking little steps at a time, getting to that new awareness of where you're at. They're going to say you were so smart. They're going to be like, you were lucky. And you're going to say, I wasn't lucky. I was scared when I was going to do that. But they're not going to even pay attention to you being scared, because all they're going to see is the new you. All right, so let's get to the good news here. We had a client, Manny. I'm only going to say his first name. He is a credit repair customer. He was being sued. He was being sued by a debt collector for $12,146.54. Uh, we had sent a debt validation to the debt collector and they disregarded it. And then he forgot about the court date. He said he forgot about it. Uh, and they got a default judgment in court. And he said, man, $12,146.54. I'm looking at the sheet right now on my screen. And he said, what can I do about this? And I said, let me see what the laws are in your state. And we prepared the documentation, and then he had to go to the courthouse, file to reopen. And a lot of people had asked this question on my YouTube channel. What happens if a default judgment is entered? Well, each state has a time period that you can reopen. In my state, you have 6 months. If you get a default judgment against you, you have 6 months to reopen it. Well, we got the paperwork, took him. I said, get your butt down there and file it so they can reopen the case. Now, I'm looking at this is what they sent. He had a default judgment for $12,146.54. A default judgment. Debt collector won in court because he did not show up. We did the file to reopen and then resubmitted his case, his answers to the original court summons. Also, a motion to strike the evidence. I got right here in my hands. He just sent it yesterday. This was filed last week. He just sent it yesterday. The plaintiff's notice of non-suit without prejudice. Bottom line, dismissed. Dismissed. Whole entire case dismissed without prejudice. Dismissed without prejudice. $12,146.54. The cost of the services for the credit repair shop, total fee $584.95. Court summons, pro se defense program, $99, $99.99. So we got $12,146.54 minus $584.95 minus $99.99. So we saved him cash money, $11,461.60. Saved him where you can't even put a price on it, 20 years of heartache with a judgment over this young man's head. 20 years. But before I close out, let me tell you something about the mindset of this young man. When this court summons, when the judgment came down, and he talked to us about it, there was a thing that I don't want to let go. This is the lesson. This is the lesson that I always teach. When something goes bad, there's two ways that you can approach to a person. One way is defeated, to have a defeated attitude. All positivity is gone. It's somebody else's fault. Let's just blame. And then there's the group, the other way that you can go at it, which is what I teach, which is what I teach, what I tell you. What did I tell you? Page 1019 of the Universal Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. Once you have placed yourself under the influence of proper associates, the credit repair shop, you must adopt some definite plan by which to attain the object of the alliance and proceed to put that plan into action. His credit repair process. The plan may be a composite plan created by the joint efforts of all the members of the mastermind group. If one plan proves to be unsound or inadequate, it must be revised or replaced by others until a plan is found that will work. Most people won't follow that right there. Manny, I want to give you a congratulations, just like I did in the email that I gave you, that I sent to you this morning, is that when you approached us about what had happened, is you came to us with a positive mindset of let's rework the plan. Let's rework the plan. Because I'm telling you, if he would have came to us negative, this right here, this outcome maybe would not have happened. Everyone keeps saying, like, people, I want you to be more aware of of the world we live in, of everything that we uh, take advantage of, that we take, what is the word, that we just think is just here because, for granted, that's the word, that we take for granted. When you have two situations happen and one person is successful and it fails for another person, I'm telling you, and I want you to get this in your mind. The reason why the person that it failed for is because of their attitude, is because of they asked for failure. They believe because they're comfortable staying in their failure. The phrase misery loves company, that's not just made up just to be made up. Misery does love company, and people, like it or not, believe it or not, understand it or not, aware or not, people love being in their misery if they are not used to being in a positive mode, having positive things happen to them. As a matter of fact, when something positive happens to them, they don't even take credit for it themselves, that they were part of it. They think that everything good that happens to them is external and everything bad that happens to them is internal. And that's because misery loves company. Don't take stuff for granted. And don't think you got to know everything. And don't think that just because you lose one day don't mean you can't win the next day. And don't think that you're not part of the victory. Like your thought process, your thinking, your attitude is a large part of what goes into you getting to that level of awareness where you change, and people think that you made this big flip change in your life when all you did is you took little baby steps and got to that new awareness and allowed it to happen. Even though you were scared, you allowed it to happen. So I'm going to end the video here. If you need help with your credit, please visit thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch that video, What Makes Us Different. Because I stand by that video. I made that video years ago. And that's the way we do it. If you can't do it that way, don't sign up with us. Go to somebody else. I'm saying that. Don't come to us. Go to somebody else. If you are being hounded by a debt collector, because this stuff can be stopped at the beginning if you use my cease and desist letter or my debt validation letter, a lot of this stuff can be stopped at the beginning. download that letter. I do ask for a donation, but you don't have to do the donation to get the letter. But I do ask for a donation because it helps support the channel. Uh, and if you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com. I use that also to support the channel. You need to know what's on your credit reports. You can't move forward not knowing. Again, congratulations, Manny. Again, thank everyone for watching the this video, and please subscribe if you haven't. I need to get those numbers up. I take full responsibility for not having my numbers up on YouTube views, and I believe part of that is not asking people to get notified, which I have above here. Subscribe and get notified, and I think that that'll bring those numbers up that I believe that I deserve to be able to be getting. All right, this is Stephen Andrew Williams, founder and president of the CreditRepairShop.com. Thank you, and until next time.